What's up, guys? Welcome to Mets Talk. So let's talk. I'm your host, Cardinal Morgan. Let's jump right into it today. I know this is the first ever time you guys are seeing me. I look way better. I know you guys weren't thinking I would look this good, but turns out I do. So let's start off with the Mets winning the series. The Mets win the series, I wouldn't say pretty easily, but pretty easily. All right, so let's start off with the first game, March 30th, which was a couple days ago. Brandon Nimmo starts off. It goes Nimmo, Starling Marte, Lindor, Alonso, McNeil, Canna, Vogelback, Pham, Eduardo Escobar, and Nervatez. I don't think I'm saying that right. So, anyways, let's start off with Brandon Nimmo. He was batting .333. He had a hit. He had 3 RBIs, and whenever he was on base, he scored a run. All right, then we go to Starling Marte. He had 2 hits. He was 2 for 4 with a .500 batting average. Lindor, he was 1 for 4 with .250 batting average. Alonso, no hits, 0 for 4, 0 batting average. Jeff McNeil, he was 2 for 4, .500 batting average. He had an RBI. And then Mark Canna, 0 for 3. Daniel Vogelback is 0 for 1, gets walked a couple of times. And then Pham, this is his rookie debut, right? So he gets 0 for 2, gets out. And then Eduardo Escobar is 1 for 4 with .250 batting average. And then Narvatez, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, he was 1 for 3. So Mets end up winning that game 5-3. They had Max Scherzer starting on the mound. Perfect. I mean, couldn't ask for any better. But to bring up that, Max Scherzer wasn't really scheduled to pitch. That's what the thing is. He wasn't scheduled to pitch. So you're probably wondering who was. Well, who was scheduled to pitch was Justin Verlander. But as he was warming up and throwing and tossing, he got injured. So same thing happened last year, but to Max Scherzer whenever he was his debut for the Mets. So everyone's thinking, what the heck, Max? Like, why'd you get injured? And then now everyone's thinking, what the heck, Justin? Why'd you get injured? So, yeah. So he wasn't really supposed to be pitching that game, but he did, and he did perfectly fine because the Mets won that game. They won it 5-3. All right, so then we fast forward next day, right? March 31st. All right, so everything's looking good. We have David Peterson on the mound, right? Lineup pretty much same as yesterday. Nothing too terribly different. So let's start off with Brandon Nimmo. He is 1 for 3 with like a 167 batting average. Don't really know how that evens out. But Marte was 2 for 4, like once again, with a .500 batting average. Lindor was reached on air, so he had a 167. Alonso gets his first hit as a Met, which is a home run. So he was 1 for 4 with a 125. Mark Canna didn't get a hit. McNeil was 2 for 6 with a .250 batting average. Eduardo Escobar 1 for 5 with 143 average. Pham once again doesn't get a hit. Luis Guillorme doesn't get a hit. Tomas Nido doesn't get a hit. Daniel Vogelback 1 for 2 with 500 average. LaCarsto doesn't get a hit, and then Nervada gets a hit. So with a 333 batting average. So, that game was pretty good. We had David Peterson on the mound, then Hunter, then Curtis relieves him. But Mets lose 2-1, sadly, with the only run being Pete Alonso's first hit, which is a home run. All right, so then Braves didn't even play that day. Keep that in mind. So Braves won Thursday, the 30th, their first game. Mets won their first game, all right? So now Mets lose their game. So now they're down a game, right? So keep that in mind. All right, so then fast forward to yesterday, right? So now Mets play, all right? So now they have Tyler McGill on the mound. So Tyler McGill starting to mow him down, 7 strikeouts, pretty much same lineup, but instead Starling Marte is pretty lower down now. So then Brandon Nimmo, He's 1 for 3 with a 2.22 batting average. Lindor, 1 for 5 with 182 batting average. McNeil, 1 for 5 with a 231 average. Pete Alonso, 2 for 5 with a 273 average. Vogelback, 0 for 0 average. Pham gets his first hit as a Met, and he's one for 4 with 200 batting average. And then Canna, 3 for 300 batting average. Guillorme, 0 batting average. Marte kicking it up, 3 for 7 with 5.56 average. Bardo Escobar, 0.83 average. Don't even know how you do that. And then Nervadas finally gets his first hit. He's 2 for 4. So that's a 500 batting average. All right. So now we fast forward to today. So we're still 1 game behind the Mets, right? 1 game behind the Braves, right? So, anyways, Mets play today. You know who we have on the mound? Segura. Segura, excuse me if I'm pronouncing that wrong. He's all the way from Japan. We just got him. And if you look at the MLB, people who come from Japan are pretty good. I mean, look at Shohei Ohtani, right? They just won the World Baseball Classic too, so we should probably keep them coming. No, I'm just kidding. So now lineup kind of flips around now. We have Pham, who was batting second to last game, all the way up playing first, right? He's first in the lineup now. So Pham, he's 2 for 4 with 500 batting average. Now everyone's going crazy because he just hit a 2-run home run too in his Mets pretty much rookie year. And this is his third or fourth game. So then Starling Marte, 357 average, Lindor 154 average, Alonso 214 average, Mark Canna with a 308 average, McNeil with a 235 average, and Bardo Escobar with a .63 average. I tell you what, if Bardo Escobar just has all those point averages, Tomas Nido, no hits, Lacarsto, no hits, and then Brandon Nimmo with 200 batting average. But that's not the only good news. The Mets won 5-1, right? That's not the only good news, though. The Braves lose 4-1, too. So now you're thinking, weren't you guys 0.5 games behind them now? And they lose and you win. So that means you move up a game. Well, you would be correct because now the Mets are in first place. They are 3-1. They are 0.5 games ahead of the Braves. So I'm going to just take you through all these standings right now. So the Mets are winning their division. Cincinnati's winning theirs. Arizona's winning theirs. Tampa Bay's winning theirs. Minnesota's winning theirs. And Texas is winning theirs. So, I mean, this is a crazy season. There's going to be a lot of crazy standings right now, but we're really early, so who knows who will be first place in all these. From Sports #Shorts, thank you very much. Who do you think will show to be the most valuable player in 2023 season? That's a good question. I think last year Shohei Ohtani was just really close to being most valuable player. He would have been most valuable player if Aaron Judge didn't hit 500 home runs. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think Ohtani's coming in with a chip on his shoulder, especially after winning the World Baseball Classic. So I would really like him. But another person coming in with a chip on his shoulder will be Fernando Tatis, right? He got suspended last year for doing drugs. So he's one of those players that he will either have a really good year or a really bad year. There's going to be no in between with him. So I would say most likely Shohei Ohtani. And yeah, that's a really good question there too. Thanks for asking that. So back to standings and all that. All of these are pretty close. A lot of them are tied. Whenever I said Arizona was winning their division, every single person is tied for that division. That's going to be really close division. You need to keep an eye on the NL West. So that's going to be a really close division. Speaking of really close divisions, I don't think AL East will be that close. I think Tampa Bay or Yankees will have it, but Yankees might not have a good season though. So, and then AL West, that's Texas by 0.5 games. And then AL Central, Minnesota by a game. So, yeah, like all of these are pretty close. I mean, but we still have like 150 more games left. So all these are really close. But currently right now, the Guardians and Mariners are playing. That's 6-5 right now on the top of the 10th inning. So that's a game if you guys want to. It's actually the free game of the day. So if you guys would want to watch that, you can head over to MLB TV, which later maybe we guys will start streaming this. We might start streaming this on live stream, so keep an eye out. But it's the top of the 10th. The Guardians are beating the Mariners 6-5 with runners on the corners. Oh man, this would be a good game. I will show you guys a little bit of this if you guys would like to. Tell me in the comments if you guys would like me to tell you some of this. But yeah, so it's 6-5 right now. Top of the 10th. Cleveland is batting. They're up 6-5. 1-2 count here. Arias is up. There's 2 outs, runners on corners. This is going to be a really close game. This two have some rivalries too. Swinging strike, he struck out. All right, so they're in the middle of the 10th right now. I'll try to keep you guys updated as this live stream goes, all right? But no, today there were some good games on. Yankees won, took them a while. Oh, sorry, did I say that loud? No, I'm just kidding. Angels won 6-0. But the team that I'm pretty shocked that isn't, I don't want to say isn't doing good, but Philadelphia. They made some really good trades. Like they got Trey Turner. They got all of these good players. Like they got oh my gosh, Cody Bellinger. They got all of these really good players. And they're 0-2 right now. They're playing the Rangers right now. They're in warm-ups right now. So they're in a series right now with the Rangers, looking to end that series. Rangers might sweep them. That's crazy to me because they made all these such good trades. They were so wise with their money. And look where they are now. Look where they ended up. So, yeah, really, like the Tigers, they're 0-3 right now, but they are facing a really good red-hot team, Tampa Bay Rays. They lost 5-1 today. Red Sox won 9-5 against Orioles. Yankees beat Giants 6-0. Reds beat Pirates 3-1. The Twins beat the Royals 7-4. White Sox beat Astros 6-3. Well, that's actually a pretty big upset. I would not think that was coming. Cardinals beat Blue Jays 9-4. Brewers beat Cubs 9-5. Angels beat Athletics 6-0. Diamond beat Dodgers 2-1. Padres beat Rockies 3-1. Yeah, that's gonna be that game in the 10th inning right now. Guardians and them. That's gonna be a good game. And look at this. Brewers and Mets play tomorrow at 2:10 at Brewers Field. The Mets opening game, first home game will be April 6th. So still got a couple more days, guys. I know. I really want to see them play, get back out there on that field. And then Braves play Cardinals tomorrow too. So we really got to cheer on those Cardinals, and we got to really want the Mets to win. Both teams have one loss right now, but the Brewers are in warm-ups right now. Or, excuse me, they won today, actually. So Brewers are 2-1. Mets are 3-1. So that's gonna be a good game because both teams are really hot right now. And yeah. So I mean, and they just got back from warm-ups. They put a person on second. If you don't know that new rule with the Cleveland, Seattle, they just got done with warm-ups there. If you guys don't know the new rule about extra innings, is you put a person on second and someone just flew out to the right fielder. I wasn't even really paying attention, but they put a person on second just to try to speed this game up, especially with this pitch clock, which, speaking of pitch clock, they kept that. Everyone thought, since everyone hates this pitch clock. We're going to take it away and everything. They're going to take it out for this regular season. But guess what they never did? They never took it out. But Max Scherzer, he was adjusting to it. He would wait all the way till 1 second to pitch it. He would pitch it really quick. He was just throwing off all the hitters. So that's something you need to keep an eye on there, as this game is getting back to start. Someone just flew out to the right fielder, the Seattle and Cleveland game. It's a 2-1 count on Suarez, which that was a trade that they made last year, and it worked out really well because during that postseason, they made a really good run. And he swings at a slider way outside. I can't believe he swung at that, but it's 2-2, 1 out, person on second. They're at the bottom of the 10th, and I can just tell these fans are going crazy. Yeah. So we're just waiting for this next pitch right now. Pitch clock, it's still taking time, even though they use this pitch clock and everything. Which, tell me down in the comments if you like this pitch clock. If you like this pitch clock rule and full count on Suarez here. I don't know if they would intentionally walk him, because then that would put Sam Haggerty just stole third base. Now they don't really walk him because then they can't turn two. Well, they still can turn two to end the game. So this person on third, 3-2 count. Let's see what they do here. Foul ball. Foul ball on an 85-mile-per-hour slider. Holy cow, I could never hit that. Looking at these lineups, they're at their full 4-hole right now. I would love to see a walk-off home run right now. That would be awesome. Looking at this, he's kind of pushing Suarez more lower and in. That's something to keep an eye on as we go out through this season. They're trying to pitch him low and in as he fouls off this 95-mile-per-hour fastball. Holy cow. Pitch clock is good because it makes the game faster and more entertaining. I agree. But it's just, it does make it faster and more entertaining. So, but not a lot of fans like it because and a lot of people don't like it because the pitcher, he gets to step off the mound 2 times in at bat, but the batter is only allowed to step off, call time 1 time at bat. So they're trying to at least make it even, where the batter gets 2 calls and the batter gets to call time twice and the pitcher gets to call time twice, or they're just trying to make the pitcher do 1 and the batter do 1. As Suarez strikes out right there on an 87-mile-per-hour splitter, which we haven't seen that, and once again works him inside, lower inside. I mean, if the Mets ever play them, the Mets need to keep an eye out on that. Lower and inside, he's swinging the heck out of that. So then that will bring up Cal Raleigh, I think that's his name. And there's 2 outs. I would hate to be in this situation. He needs to get a base hit here to bring in that run. There's a mound visit right now. They're also trying to lower that. They're trying to lower the mound visits. But another thing we haven't talked about is the bases. They made the bases a couple inches bigger, which I don't really know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I can't really tell. So, I guess that makes it shorter base pass, I guess, as Cal Raleigh swings at the first pitch. And the pitcher steps off. Now, he only gets 2 of these at bat, so he needs to be wise with it. So, and he gets timed for his everything. They get timed for everything. So, oh my goodness. And then he gets right back on the rubber and goes really quick. He's trying to do a Max Scherzer here and throw their timing off. And he throws a fastball right down the middle. And it's a 0-2 count. Looks like this might be the last pitch of the game. 0-2 count, bottom of the 10th, 2 outs, 6-5. Batter called timeout. He only gets 1 of those. This at bat, he just wasted it, but I wouldn't really say it was a waste because this might be the last pitch of the game. ball in the dirt. You see, now they're trying to work him inside too. I don't know if it's just this pitcher, he just likes throwing it inside. Well, no, Suarez was a right-handed and Raleigh's left-handed here, so I don't know what they're trying to do right here. I don't know if this pitcher just likes pitching it inside or they know something about the Mariners having inside pitches. I mean, this is crazy here. He's just throwing it right on the inside. Holy cow. And then in play, he hit it. Oh, whoopsies. He flies out to the center fielder, and that's the game that goes into 10 innings. 6-5, Cleveland beats Seattle. Let's see if that changes anything in their standings. I wouldn't. Yeah, no, it doesn't really change anything. Cleveland. Yeah, that really does not change anything. So that's that game right there. That was a really close game. I would say that was a really good baseball game. That pitch clock, they didn't really run that out as much. That went by pretty fast. That game went by pretty fast. It went by about like 20 minutes shorter than it should have been. And yeah, these pitch clocks, like Sports Shorts said, he thinks it's good because it makes it faster and entertaining, but a lot of people don't really think that. I kind of agree with Sports Shorts here. So, but I'm going to read some news out to you guys right now. Hold on. Because Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani just hit the back-to-back home runs for their first home runs of the season. So when Mike Trout hit his first home run, everyone's going crazy. Shohei Ohtani's up. He hits his first home run. Everyone's going crazy. And Giancarlo Stanton hits his first home run. And all these players are just getting their first home runs. Like, oh, man. And Springs for the Tampa Bay Rays went 6 innings with a no-hitter. That is awesome. There has been a lot of first home runs. There have been a lot of rookies showing up. Joe Musgrove just got injured. If you guys don't remember him, he was from the postseason last year, which who knows how that went. We don't talk about that. He was in the postseason and ended the Mets' career last year. I mean, and for the Seattle, the Cardinals, St. Louis Cardinals, for their opening day, you know how they sing the national anthem and all that, blah, blah, blah. They had one of their players sing the national anthem, which was the first time. So I thought that was really funny. So apparently now the Cincinnati Reds do this thing where they do the Vikings. So apparently they put a Viking helmet on. They have a staff. They have a shoulder. I don't know. But apparently they're doing some of those things now. And so there are a lot of injuries and we're just starting the season. And there's already so many injuries and everything. Phillies, they just started now. Tell me in the comments if you guys would want me to do the Phillies game. Say yes or no to Phillies game if you guys would like me to announce that. Just comment down below. But they just started. Kyle Schwarber's up to bat. He's their DH. Man, this season is going to be an awesome, exciting season. I can already call it. I'm going to just say this NL East for the Mets and the Braves and Washington too. We're going to be competing against those two because they are not going to go away. They are not going to go away. So if we look back here, if we go back to news, the Giancarlo Stanton has already hit the farthest home run today. Not today. He's already hit the farthest home run of this season. So that's pretty good for the Yankees. They already know they're going to have Aaron Judge, who just hit absolutely a million home runs last season. And then they also now have Giancarlo Stanton, who can crush them apparently all the way into the water, for crying out loud. So, I mean, this season's just going to be so awesome. It's going to be so entertaining. there's already been a lot of diving catches. There's already been such good pitching, and there's already been a lot of good things. So I'm excited for this season. That's really all I have to say, guys. Overall, it's been really fun doing this live stream. Try to get us to 100 subscribers so we can do more live streams. And we can live stream the games. I can announce them for you guys. I hope this has been fun for you guys because I would love to do a lot more of these. And really, until next time, it's been Carter Morgan, and peace out, guys.